Who's there?
Just an old friend.
And the Masters of the Universe.
What's up, everybody? Today I got another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe review for you. Today we have Man-at-Arms from the animated series. I hadn't seen this series. I actually just started watching it. I got a couple episodes in. They kind of changed the story around on He-Man, which I at first wasn't the biggest fan of, but I have to admit, I'm happy that they're bringing He-Man to a new generation. I'm just not sure why they felt the need to change the story up so much. But anyways, here we have Man-at-Arms from the animated series in his packaging. This is the large figure. Standard box. There he is. We'll go ahead and get him pulled out, and then we will take a closer look.
I want you to witness the effects of my genius firsthand.
So here we have him out of the box. Pretty cool looking guy. The plastic does feel a little cheaper on this one. Like, it feels hollow, if that makes sense. But I like this large. They're 8.5 inch figures, and I do like them just for posable, you know, purposes of putting them on display. And I just like all things He-Man. So that includes the new animated series. I really like the He-Man and Skeletor characters. They're fun little animated looking characters. And so is Man-at-Arms. It's just they completely changed his whole backstory. I don't really want to get into that. Maybe we'll do a review of the new animated series at some point. But for right now, I like the figures. So we're just going to go stick with reviewing these figures. So he does come with a hand that can hold things here, and this hand can also hold items. As far as articulation goes, these aren't the best. They're not as good as Masterverse. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way right now. A difference here, Man-at-Arms does bend at the elbows, so you can see here his arm will spin all the way around. The elbows bend and rotate. The hand also rotates. So we've got good articulation in the arms. Same thing for this side. Now the hand doesn't rotate as much because he has this big gauntlet over here, but it still rotates enough that you could basically do whatever pose you want with it. As far as his legs go, he can basically do a full split and go this way. He doesn't really have anything like blocking his legs. His legs don't turn, his feet don't turn. The only articulation in the legs is right here. And he does seem a little top heavy, but I mean, he's got this big bulbous shoulder pad and all that stuff. So that's kind of to be expected. You kind of pose him with his limbs in a little bit. He seems to stand a little bit easier, a little more natural. But here he is. I'm going to go ahead and push him in closer, give you guys a good view, and then that'll probably wrap it up for this one. So this is translucent. You can see through into there, and it's just a hollow ball. This is another thing I didn't really like, that they left the top of his scepter empty. I felt like maybe they could have put some of this translucent blue, like a cap or something, and maybe made his mask the same translucent blue so we could see a little face behind there. The head does not come off. The hands don't come off. As far as I know, none of the pieces come off on him. Maybe if you heat him up in some hot water. I'm not sure. I have not tried that. It looks like he has a space here on his back to maybe put something, but his scepter here does not, or mace, whatever we're calling it, it does not actually fit in there. I thought maybe one of these little knobbies would fit in there, and it actually does not. So basically he needs to hold it in his hand, and like I said, I just wish they would have put a little bit of that translucent blue on the top there. Just would have made him look a little bit cooler, at least in my opinion. But there he is. I guess he does stand pretty good. He's a pretty good looking character. Maybe I'll bring him, He-Man, and Skeletor all out together. I don't have the Trapjaw or Stratos yet. Those are the only other two that I know that come in the 8.5. So I haven't found those yet. I did find him at Rose's discount store. So I'm not trying to overpay. You know, these are cheaper made figures. They're just cool to have, and is my opinion on it. I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for them. They're just not that level of quality in my mind. I just want them to kind of complete the set, and I do think he looks cool. But go ahead and hit that like, thumbs up right down there, right? Maybe over here in this corner. Could be right there. Hit that button, hit the subscribe, turn on the notifications. That way you catch all my upcoming videos, and I will see you next time. Everybody have a wonderful day. God bless.